Welcome to Naperville Notables, a conversation with people making an impact in our community. I'm joined today by Renee Miklosik of DuPage Children's Museum. Thanks for joining me, Renee.
Thanks for having me, Liz.
Hey, congratulations on your big award, 4 under 40. That's really impressive.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's just a thrill to be honored overall, but then to be included in a class with Catherine and Harley and Matt is really, I think that's probably my favorite part of the honor, is to just be considered the same level as those people.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
They're all great. And
They are.
They are. So one of the things when I was listening to your speech, which was very good.
Thank you.
You gave a quote from Pat Summitt. So
I did.
Tell me the quote and tell me why you led with that.
So the quote was, "You win in life with people." And why I led with that, I think, I wanted an attention grabber, but I think it really is a perfect kind of summation of the accomplishments I've had in my life. I mean, I've worked very hard, and I think I took all the right steps, but I know I couldn't do it without the village of people around me. And so that's what really brought it home for me. And I'm just an athlete from way back when. And so Pat Summitt was somebody I grew up like idolizing. Had I been maybe a little taller, basketball would have been my thing. And maybe I'd have gone to the University of Tennessee. But no, I've always appreciated that quote. And I think that was the perfect opportunity to share that with others. And it really encapsulated how I feel about the community that I'm part of.
Do you think with that idea that you win with people, leadership is about working with people, is that part of your philosophy?
Absolutely. I had said in the speech that there's always going to be somebody who's stronger or smarter or more creative or whatever. And, there's a lot of God-given talent that goes into anything and a lot of effort that goes into things. But people lift you up. People help you reach your next level. They push you when it's time. They pull you back when it's time. And I think leadership is being all of those things. It's also being something or being that person who is unafraid to do whatever is necessary, not in an end justifies the means sort of way, but how can I expect other people to do this if I'm not willing to do it too? So for me, leadership is very much a from the front thing, and come on and follow me and let's do it together, than from the back and directing people where to go or what to do.
I agree very much with that philosophy, that I'd rather walk with my team.
Yes.
Than be behind or in front. I'd rather just walk with them and see what we can get done. So talk to me a little bit about, you went to North Central College.
I did.
But you said you were an athlete, so you had other plans first.
I did. So I grew up in Aurora, which is, 10, 11 miles from where we are right now. And it was never kind of in my plan to be close to home for college. I looked at big schools. I looked at schools out of state. I looked at schools in the city, and I was really very close to committing to a school in Chicago. And then I had a good friend and an old coach who said, I really think you should just take a peek at North Central. And I'm like, in Naperville? It's so close to home. And I went for my visit, and it kind of felt right. And then, you go through the application process, and by the time I had turned in transcripts and visited, my financial aid package to go to North Central was actually better than anything I would have signed to play, softball at another school. And so I kind of got the best of both worlds. I got this wonderful academic experience, and I still got to play softball on the side. Division III, which is really not a lot more different than Division I. You're still very focused, and it's still a huge time commitment. But it didn't have to be my job. I could do other things, and I did. And that first year at North Central was fantastic. We actually went to the Women's College World Series,
That's awesome.
Which is an experience I will never forget. But that thread of athleticism and being on teams, it kind of runs through my whole lifetime. But North Central College gave me the opportunity to do all of the things all of the time.
That's wonderful. And you hit on a thread there, that there's something about athletes and teams and that go with leadership.
Yes.
Why do you think that works together? Is that practical experience?
I mean, as much as we don't like to talk about it in our day-to-day life, it's everything is you win or you lose. Losing doesn't mean it's the be-all, end-all and that you can never win again. But there are winners and losers, and you win some and you lose some, and all of those cliched type phrases. But I think there's a lot of valuable lessons in being on both sides of that equation. You know, you win with grace, you win with dignity. You're not bombastic about it or braggadocious about it. And on the flip side, you should lose kind of in the same way. You win some, you lose some, all of those cliche types of things. But it's really a good way to approach life. Pick up your head and move on if you lose. And when you win, there's always room for improvement, continuous improvement. Like I said earlier, you're never going to be the best. You're never going to be the most talented. There's always going to be somebody who's got just a little more in whatever area it is that you have. And so that's your reason to keep pushing.
And I also think it's when you win, you have to keep moving, but it's also, you've got to see what's next. And who wants to just win and be done?
Right.
Life is meant to be lived.
Right. Absolutely true. Absolutely
Thanks,
true.
Renee, for stopping by and
Liz,
sharing
thanks
a
for
little bit
having
about
me.
your philosophy, and congratulations again on your great award.
Thank you so much.